When I was a young girl, I was homeschooled on a farm and I was paralyzingly shy. As I grew older, I realized something was burning inside of me. It was then that I saw the vision of World Pulse, of a vast, pulsing communication network where women could be their own messengers, speak for themselves in their own words, and, most importantly, be connected through their shared stories and not feel alone.
The solution does not lie with the government, neither does it lie with development partners or big organizations. The solution lies with the people, with common people, with community people, with the voices of women.
Today, tens of thousands of women are logging on to World Pulse from 190 countries, speaking out, supporting each other, and going on to change the lives of millions of people in their communities. A global social network where every woman's voice can rise up to transform society. World Pulse is where a woman can speak for herself and grow her confidence. It's a safe online space where she can gain digital skills and a global support network, where her dreams can become a reality and have an impact on millions of people, and soon billions. Olutosin says she was abused and treated like trash because she was a woman, until she found World Pulse and began turning trash into art.
For a whole month, I was visiting the website and I was reading other people's experiences. One day, I summoned courage and I typed my first poem. Because I've never owned a laptop before a computer, it was very hard for me to type very fast. I used only one finger. Only one finger to type all my poems. And I saw people encouraging me, supporting me, telling me to move on, telling me to continue to share my experiences. The more I share my experience, the more I feel lighter, the more I feel happy, and the more I encourage other women to share their experiences. So I decided that I will no longer be silent again. I want to speak out. I don't want to be afraid anymore, so that other women will be able to speak out too.
Through the sale of her artwork, Olutosin trains thousands of women with entrepreneurial skills to see themselves as treasure, not trash.
My World Pulse sister was the first person to buy the artwork ever since I've been selling this artwork. When I sell, I use the proceeds to support a woman. And not only that, we use the money to continue to build our training center where abused women are trained on how to use trash to make treasure and how to change their lives.
On World Pulse, Omila discovered her own voice and transformed how her village viewed girls and women's health.
I just happened to Google women's problems, and Google just popped up with a website. When I opened the website, I logged in, and the first visual that I had over was of these women who wore broad smiles. And when I was in my personal misery, I was curious to know, what is the smile about? I learned it in World Pulse that there is power in every woman, irrespective of where you are. World Pulse taught me that we live in a global village, connecting to each other's strengths, learning from each other.
Soon her message spread to thousands of girls in villages across India, then to neighboring countries.
The very essence of World Pulse is something that I've tried to replicate in my on-ground grassroots work, so that women, ordinary women who live in their kitchens, who have children to feed, who have a husband who comes back home at night and who has a life to lead, When you empower her and give her a voice, she is the person who will bring you closest to the truth.
In rural Texas, a survivor found a new community that could cheer her on and propel her as a single mother towards a university degree.
After my first message, I realized that this was more than just putting your story out there for people to read. It was about connections, about growing and learning together. World Pulse gave me a place to share my stories and share my secrets and my hurts and my life with people who didn't ask, why did you let that happen to you? Instead, they said, you're incredible, you're amazing, you're beautiful, you're inspiring, because here you are. You survived. It began as a place to share my stories and my heartaches and sadness, but it became a place to rejoice every single day. If I hadn't found World Pulse, I wouldn't have the same confidence for myself personally, but also the confidence that I don't just have to watch the news and be saddened by something that's happened. I can actually be a part of making things better.
After receiving death threats for her human rights activism, Hope found World Pulse and the courage to believe in herself and to become a respected political leader.
This all started when I entered or joined World Pulse. World Pulse gave me the confidence and the inspiration to provide my strength and courage to continue my daily struggle for a better life, for the achievement of basic human rights, not only of myself, of my family, but of the whole country, of the whole Filipino people.
Her organizing and communication skills became so powerful, she was ultimately appointed to a government agency where she manages billions of pesos, helping hundreds of thousands of people throughout her country.
My confidence, stepping up, my activism is a gift from World Pulse. All my life, I dream to be an activist, to continue serving our people. And now that I am here, I'm so happy because government services are being delivered directly to the people without any corruption.
The power of World Pulse goes beyond page views, likes, and comments. On average, after 2 years, a woman active on World Pulse uses her newfound confidence and connections to grow her impact, reaching 2,000 more in her community. She becomes a change leader. And as more change leaders grow, their impact becomes exponential. More girls are going to school, child marriage is being reduced, economies are becoming more sustainable. Violence is decreasing as men and boys are sensitized. Ecosystems are being protected, and harmful laws and customs are being transformed. And now you can log on and directly connect to women like Olutosin, Amila, Louise, Hope, and thousands more. Read her story, encourage her, support each other, and you can change her life and your own.
All around the world, women are talking to one another. Women are connected to one another. And we can make changes in the world. I can make changes in the world. And we together as one can make this world a better place.
When our World Wide Web grows to 500,000 women, our collective impact will surpass 1 billion. We will reach a global tipping point in 10 years, not 100.
There are millions more yearning to be seen and heard, and we need to reach them. I can't think of any more urgent task for humanity than to listen and to lift up the wisdom of women who are living in the midst of some of the world's greatest challenges. It is time for a global, connected network of women that meets our yearning for true connection and true change. Together, we will speed up the pace of empowerment to end the global oppression of women in our lifetime.